Well, hello everybody and welcome along to the most momentous of occasions today here on SonageGaming, because it's England versus Ireland in the quarter-final of the Celebrity FIFA World Cup. What a contest we have on our hands today. Alan Smith, as always, is with me. Alan, can't wait for this one.
Well, yeah, group stage is over now. This is when it starts to count, and England not had the best of luck in tournaments after 66. It's time to redeem that, I think, and I can't wait.
Neither can I. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Do not go anywhere, folks. Join us next, and it's live. So to the starting lineups now. Boris Johnson is in goal after his great performance last time out for England. Across the back four, Tommy Shelby is brought in with Ainsley Harriott, Lethal Bizzle and the Queen. In defensive midfield, Mr Tumble and Mr Bean look to be a decent partnership, with Mr Blobby joining them. KSI and David Beckham also just in behind Stormzy, who is recalled to the starting lineup. Alan, Mr Blobby playing just in behind him today.
Yeah, I thought Stormzy was a bit unlucky to get dropped, He's quite a skillful player, but, he had one game where he didn't do too well, and now he's back. And
the three misters in the centre of the park as well, Mr Tumble and Mr Bean, both making their first appearances of the tournament alongside Mr Blobby.
Yeah, well, let's hope they're not Mr Crap.
And now to Ireland. Starting in goal for them once again is Father Ted. They're playing a 4-4-2 formation. Slightly changed defence with Bono, Joe Brolly, Michael D Higgins and Father Dougal coming in at right back. In midfield is Mrs Brown, Conor McGregor, Roy Keane and Jacksepticeye make up that centre of the park. And up front it's Hornswoggle and Dara O'Briain once again. The little and large strike force has been so effective so far. But Alan, what a contest we've got today. What do you anticipate is going to happen?
Well, I think England will look very strong. They haven't lost yet, and they'll know this is a big rivalry, big derby with Ireland. Ireland won't want to give anything to the... Oh, we've already kicked off now. What's going on?
KSI, of course, is sitting currently at #1 in the album charts in the UK with his debut album, Dissimulation. Have you had a listen, Alan?
Well, no, not yet. I've really got into Michael Bolton lately, listening to a lot of him, so you'll have to wait.
Lovely. His Beckham's free kick floated in towards the penalty area. Dealt with well by Ireland, but the Queen takes a good touch there and finds Lethal Bizzle. Now the Queen once again. Stormzy just pulling off to the right hand side here. He's got David Beckham on the overlap. Beckham gets there first, maybe looking to get the cross into the far post. KSI comes in and he scored! KSI with his first goal of the tournament for England. It's a fabulous header after David Beckham crossed it in, and England get the early lead.
Oh, great movement from KSI. A lot of talk about was he just included in the team to boost subscribers and views, and that's exactly why we put him in. But at least he scored as well.
He has, proving his worth there. Great header at the far post. Father Dougal left scrambling after he was trying to mark him from right back. But KSI, who's played really well in the couple of games that he's appeared in so far, has his first goal of the tournament. And England take an early lead here. Are the semi-finals beckoning? So Ireland kick us off a goal down. Massive start from England. I don't think Ireland have got out their own half as of yet, Alan. Great stuff from them so far.
Yeah, it is. And I do worry about Ireland. They've Larks and McGregor looks a bit cagey, and probably saw KSI's boxing match and thought, I'll teach that kid to fight. But you need to calm down, Connor.
Mr Blobby with a nice touch to David Beckham here. Down the right, facing his former teammate Roy Keane, and he gets past him. Here's the Queen now into Mr Blobby. And now Mr Tumble, who's been included in the squad today after some great performances for fictional characters in the Celebrity FIFA Cup just before the World Cup started. KSI turning and finding Mr Blobby. Now Mr Tumble against a lovely move this swing, and there's Stormzy with the shot. And in the end, an easy save for Father Ted. But England knocking it about really nicely so far.
Well, yeah, they are, and I think we're not playing tumble. They missed an opportunity.
He does bring something special to the starting 11, I think you'll agree.
He does, and as we know, he loves kids.
Here comes Mr. Tumble finding Mr. Blobby. Nice little 1-2 between the two of them, and Tommy Shelby looks to get him behind, but he is offside. So during the last England game, Alan, I know you were getting a few texts from Mr. Jumbles back at home. Obviously, he's having to stay in the house by himself at the minute with you commentating on the World Cup. How's he getting on?
Yeah, he's all right. You know, he's got an independent cat, and like I say, proves himself when I'm not there. But I do miss him. And that's why I keep in touch. It's always good to keep in touch with the ones you love. And if you lose sight of that, then you can slip into a darkness that you'll never return from.
Alan, I saw on Twitter the other day you're enjoying a nice relaxing bath. I noticed you were holding an iPad and you were watching an old Arsenal-Liverpool game, I think it was, just reminiscing about the old days, were you?
Yeah, you know, I think the bath is the best place for nostalgia, as they say. I think Socrates said that. Yeah, I was just looking back at some old headers.
It's played in here. Conor McGregor with a chance. Oh, brilliant save, though, from Boris Johnson, turning it behind the post. He's been fantastic recently. In the last game, he was so good. And we know he likes to defend his friends and colleagues, maybe if they don't even deserve it. And he showed it there. Great save. Here's Mr. Bean for England. Another new addition to the starting 11. What do you think Mr. Bean's going to bring in the centre of the park there, Alan?
Well, probably not that much, you know. He's quite a comical guy and gets himself into a lot of trouble. So if anyone I was going to pick for the England team, it probably wouldn't be him.
We'll see if he can prove himself today. England playing it really nice down the right hand side. Here's David Beckham getting into the penalty area. He's past Michael D Higgins. Beckham with the chance. Oh, he tried to square it. He maybe should have gone for goal, and it's turned behind for a corner. Here's Mr. Bean finding David Beckham. Nice back heel from him. And now the Queen has it down the right hand side. Inside to Mr. Bean. Now Beckham. Oh, Stormzy was looking to get in there. It's a good clearance there from Michael D Higgins, who has still got his trousers on from his previous press conference. Doesn't seem to hinder his ability as a defender, though.
Yeah, some players play better with trousers on, as the old adage goes.
Indeed, and David Beckham and Mr. Bean with a lovely bit of combination play here. Here's Mr. Blobby playing it through. David Beckham could be in. It's 2-0 England. David Beckham has slotted it home. A lovely finish after a great move. Mr. Blobby played him in, and David Beckham has England 2-0 in the lead. Are they heading for the semi-finals now?
We'll talk about leading from the front. That's exactly what England wanted, the way they wanted to start, and I have complete faith that they will not blow this lead.
It's a lovely goal, isn't it? Mr. Blobby, the creative force in the middle. David Beckham just kills the ball dead, waits for the keeper to come out towards him and slots it into the bottom corner. David Beckham's second goal of the tournament, England's second of the game. It's 2-0 and Ireland look in trouble. I tell you what, Alan, all this excitement, I had a bit too much to drink before this. I actually really need to go and do a pee. Would you mind just filling in for me for 2 seconds while I go to the toilet?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's all right. You'll be fine. I'll be back in a second. Just going for a quick wee.
Okay. Well, the Irish got the ball now. Can't see who is that. Some guy's got it. Passes it back. He passes it forward. Passes it again. I can't see. How does Sonage see who's got the ball? They're miles away. Oh, hang on. I've got a screen here. I can see. Oh, that's better. Whips it in and headed clear. Nice. Good game. England. Pass it. Yeah, more passing now. They're going further up the pitch. That's the aim. Trying to get to the other goal. Another good pass. Hurry up, Sonny. Yeah, more passing. And yeah, that's a good ball out wide to that guy. He gives it to the other guy.
Oh, that's better. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Cheers for filling in, Alan.
That's all right. I think I did quite well.
Well, there goes the half-time whistle. Good timing there as the referee blows his whistle for half-time, and England absolutely in control here. It's been a sensational performance from them in the first half. 2 goals up, Alan, and at the minute it looks like Ireland have no way back.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with a 2-half game. You've always got another 45 to try and claw it back, and if you don't, then you lose. I don't know about you, but I'm fed up of all these volleys and people using their skill nonsense. Maybe if you miss the good old-fashioned days when people used to knock it in with their head, then my DVD is for you. Heading in the right direction with Alan Smith. You can watch a compilation of all my headers. Like, look at this one. Bang! On me head, son. Not off me head, son. Bang! Oh, watch me nod that one in. Kabama slap. Great header. What a smash of a header that was. Heading in the right direction with Alan Smith. Bang.
So the second half begins now. England 2 goals to the good. A fantastic performance in the first half from them. Ireland really didn't even have a chance in the first half, really, Alan. Great performance from England, and so far, so good.
Yeah, exactly what they wanted. And but, you know, don't write off the Irish. I think they've got a lot of fight in them. And I can't wait for this second half.
So we can go down now to the touchline. Our touchline reporter, Gary Neville, is down there for us once again. He's got some thoughts about the game. Gary, how's it going?
Well, just looking at the fans, I think England are really on top here. They've really managed to be the side that they want, if that makes sense.
Sorry, Gary, you've got a bit of a problem with your microphone, I think. You keep cutting out. Can you still hear us?
But working to the corner, Oedipus complex, walls of Troy. It's probably why Owls will take over eventually.
Well, it seems we're having a bit of technical difficulty there with Gary's mic. We'll maybe go back down to him later in the game. Thanks anyway, Gary. Is Mr. Tumble winning the ball back, but Roy Keane intercepts the pass and now misses Brown. Ireland coming out in the second half with a bit more gusto, trying to get themselves back in this game. Here's Bono down the left into Mrs. Brown, and now it's Hornswoggle. It's a lovely ball. Jacksepticeye gets in there. It's just over hit, but he keeps it and finds Father Dougal. Now Jacksepticeye, but good challenge from Tommy Shelby, who's been patrolling that left-hand side well. It's an awful clearance, though, from Ainsley Harriott. And here's Conor McGregor. Oh, and again, Boris Johnson pulls off a fantastic save.
Yeah, great save, and you know, I'd like to see a bit better from McGregor. He's got all the aggression, but he needs a bit of finesse. Trying to wrestle his way through that defence.
Indeed, there's a free kick given, a late challenge going in there by Mr. Bean. I think he fouled Hornswoggle after the ball had been played.
I told you he was crap.
I mean, it was a pretty cynical challenge, wasn't it, on Hornswoggle? And it's a free kick to Ireland. In the meantime, there's a substitution for England. Mr. Tumble is being withdrawn in central midfield, and on comes David Attenborough.
Yeah, I can see why. He was crap.
So a free kick in a very decent position here. McGregor stands over it and leaves it for Dara O'Briain. Oh my goodness me! It's an absolute screamer from Dara O'Briain. No saving that, and Ireland are back in this.
Oh well, if you need a hero, Dara O'Brien's your man. You can't mock that. What a free kick. Bang, top corner. Here we go. Game on.
What a strike it was. Absolutely unsavable from Dara O'Briain. Look at this. I mean, it's absolutely pinpoint into the top corner. Boris Johnson, as good as he's been, had absolutely no chance with that, and Ireland have found themselves a way back into this contest.
Yeah, if you watch that replay back as well, you know, KSI and Blobby turning their heads in shame when he takes the free kick. Get your noggins on it!
So 2-1, England kick off, and they've just got to try and contain Ireland for a little bit. They've really come out all guns blazing at the start of this second half, and England needs to try and weather this storm as Mr. Bean plays it inside to Mr. Blobby. They're combining quite well, the two of them in the centre of the park, and now David Attenborough with his first touch gets through the challenge of Jacksepticeye. Now Mr. Blobby. England looking to hit back straight away here, but Jacksepticeye wins it back, and now Ireland could potentially break. Here's Dara O'Briain.
Here we go.
Space on the right-hand side for Conor McGregor. Well, Tommy Shelby was caught up the pitch, and Conor McGregor could be in behind here. He's got it through. He's played it across, and Hornswoggle's equalised. Absolutely incredible. Ireland have come back from 2 goals down, and in the blink of an eye, they've equalised. Hornswoggle's done it again, and it's 2-2.
Brilliant move. Great from Conor McGregor there. Ultimate. You talk about UFC. It stands for ultimate f***ing good. I'm absolutely elated that we got a game on our hands, but I'm starting to realise as well that England could lose this, and that makes it all the more sad.
It does. I'm not sure what Hornswoggle's doing here with his celebration, but he's been going at it for a good few minutes already. They're trying to run the clock down. What do you make of this, Alan?
I don't know. It looks a bit dodgy to me, but you know, talk about lapping up the attention. If I headed one in, I'd be straight back up to my half, and the celebrations would happen after the game. What are they doing?
Talking of heading them in, Alan, we saw at half-time there, you were quite renowned during your playing career for scoring a few headers. Is that true?
Yeah, you know, I did score a few, and I don't like to talk about it too much. You know, it's just something I try and keep... What? I'm sorry, I just can't get over how long this is taking. I know they're happy, but Jesus. Lads, we've got a game to play.
Gary Neville, I think his microphone seems to be working again now. Have you got any thoughts about what's going on here? Is this a tactical move from the Irish team trying to put the England players off?
I'm not really sure if it's tactical. I feel like all the players on the pitch have reached some kind of spiritual enlightenment, and they're just contemplating how this game actually impacts the universe and, you know, the battle between good and evil. But I can't really tell from here.
Well, the game is finally getting back underway. No idea what happened there, but we seem to be back and ready for the action to continue. England kick us off, and well, what an amazing turnaround this has been for Ireland. 2 goals down at half-time, and now with 20 minutes left, they've drawn it level, and it's anyone's game again.
Yeah, well, you say it's anyone's game. It's either England or Ireland's, really.
Here's Mr Bean. He'll be cursing his luck for conceding the free kick that led to the first goal, but he finds David Beckham. That's a nice touch if I'm Mr Bean. Now Stormzy, and here's Mr Blobby.
Oh.
Stormzy looking for it again.
Oh.
Michael D Higgins patrolled him well, and Ireland can play it clear.
Well, I think England have realised the mistake they've made, putting a slapstick comedian in midfield.
Yeah, it is making a difference, and of course Roy Keane and Jacksepticeye have been such a strong central midfield partnership for Ireland all the way through this tournament. And they're showing it again here as it's played through. Here's Dara O'Briain! It's 3-2 Ireland! He smashed it in at the near post, and Ireland have absolutely turned this game on its head. They now lead 3-2, and could England be crashing out here?
Well, he did the celebration for comedic effect, but there was nothing funny about that goal. Serious business. I can't believe it though. I'm really happy to see such a banger, but I'm starting to lose it because we're going out.
It is a good finish at the near post. It would take a lot to beat Boris Johnson at his near post. It's absolutely smashed in from Dara O'Briain, who's had a really good tournament so far, 3-2, and England have got to find something from somewhere to stand any chance of staying in the World Cup. Here comes Mr Blobby for England, trying to spark a comeback straight away here, but they must be feeling very dejected after a wonderful first half performance. Ireland have just absolutely knocked it out the park in this second half. Michael Owen is down on the touchline now for us as well, just to summarise his thoughts on the game so far. As a veteran England player yourself, Michael, what do you make of it?
Well, as I've said before, football's all about scoring goals, and when it comes to playing the football, you really have to try. Oh, they've scored a goal!
They have scored. It's Mr Bean for England. Absolutely sensational scenes here. Michael Owen obviously sparks some creativity in the attack because David Beckham picks it up, does really well here. And Mr Bean has absolutely smashed that in past the goalkeeper, Father Ted, who stood no chance. It's 3-3. What an unbelievable game this is.
Unbelievable game. Once again, I'm eating my words. I've slated Beanie, but he's just proved me wrong. He's used to falling over and making me laugh, but it's just made me cry with pride for the Beanie. Mr
Bean makes it 3-3. Sensational stuff here in the quarter-final of the Celebrity FIFA World Cup, and with 5 minutes left, it's anyone's game. Of course, we could be going to extra time as well if the scores are still level after 90 minutes, but Ireland looking to change that right now with Jacksepticeye taking it on down the right-hand side. Tommy Shelby patrols him, it's back to Father Dougal. Flying challenge from Shelby, but in the end it's worked as he wins the ball back, and now KSI. England looking to break here and maybe find a winning goal. Here's Mr Bean playing out to the right. It looks like Stormzy's pulled out to the right-hand side momentarily as he takes it on here. Now David Beckham.
Go. Danger.
Lovely back heel from Beckham to find Stormzy. Could there be a chance here as Stormzy pulls it back? It's Mr Bean again! Oh my goodness me! Father Ted turns it round the post, and Mr Bean was almost the saviour of England, but it's a brilliant save this time from Father Ted.
Oh yeah, absolutely divine save, and call on the power of the Holy to help him there, you can tell that. Oh, I love him.
Here's the goal scorer, Mr Bean, playing into St George, who's just come on, and he's been absolutely poleaxed. Was it in the penalty area? It was Joe Brolly with the challenge. I think the referee's given a free kick just outside. St George, who literally just came on for Mr Blobby, has been felled, and this could be the chance that England need to win the game here. It's a fantastic free kick position. A hefty challenge though, wasn't it, from Joe Brolly?
Yeah, quite a malevolent challenge there. A bit of hatred there, and that tells. You can tell how much this game means, and this is a big moment. Come on, David.
Well, we've gone past the recommended stoppage time here, over 4 minutes beyond the 90, and David Beckham has the chance to be an England hero once again. Can he do it? Here he comes. It's David Beckham! He has done it! Absolutely incredible!
Yes!
David Beckham has won it for England. They're heading to the semi-finals in the most dramatic of circumstances. It's 4-3. David Beckham's won it.
Oh wow, hero of the day once again. You got to put your biases aside for games like this, but I can't. I'm so happy we're through. Come on, lads.
Absolutely incredible. What a game we've seen here. England after the first half looked like they'd won it already. Ireland came back in incredible fashion, and somehow England have clawed it back from the brink. Mr. Bean first of all, and now David Beckham in the 95th minute. And surely now England are heading to the semi-finals.
I think he's coming home.
Ireland kick us off. Is there any time for a last attack? No, there is not. The final whistle has been blown and England have done it. They're through to the semi-finals in the most incredible of games we've seen here. Ireland absolutely distraught at the full-time whistle, but England showed so much resolve, the character of the players. David Beckham, once again the hero. It's England 4, Ireland 3.
Well, yeah, mixed emotions, you know, as an Englishman. I'm happy to see us go through, obviously, but sad to see the Irish go out. They really entertained us this tournament, and massive respect for them. I'm sure, you know, future tournaments they'll have their revenge. But you know, these times they're a lot different to the group stages. You know, England had the best defensive record for this game, and they conceded 3. So it says a lot about what could happen in the future games, and I can't wait.
Absolutely, Alan. Very well summarised. And what a game we've seen here. Totally incredible. The scenes at the end. David Beckham wins it for England, and they're heading through to the semi-finals. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. We certainly have. What a game it was. Make sure to join us again on Friday evening for the second quarter-final. It's Germany against Greece on Friday evening here on SonageGaming, so make sure not to miss it. Do leave a like on the video if you've enjoyed it today. Subscribe if you aren't already, because we've got lots more action coming up from the Celebrity FIFA Cup in coming weeks. Leave in the comments as well who you think might go all the way now. Are England going to bring it home? Potentially after this performance. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you here on SonageGaming for another Celebrity FIFA World Cup game very soon indeed. But for now, this is Sonage signing out. Thanks for watching. Farewell.